Welcome back to Religion in the News. My guest today is Michael Boler of CENIndy. Michael, welcome to our show.
Praise the Lord, brother. It's good to be here.
Now, you are part of CENIndy, which actually stands for Christian Emergency Network. Talk to us about the mission of CEN and what it's all about.
Well, the mission of CEN, Christian Emergency Network, is a national organization, and we're forming a chapter here. And the goal is to create ready Christians in our cities, neighborhoods, and in our families.
Explain that term, ready Christians. I like that term. What do you mean by that?
We are always to be ready to give the answer of the joy and hope and how we are encouraged and know the love of Jesus Christ. Okay. And we should always be ready in any emergency to share the good word. And now there's 4 parts of being a ready Christian. There's the spiritual, emotional, mental, and lastly, the physical. To be physically ready, that is what the city, FEMA, and everybody's excited about getting citizens ready physically for an emergency. And it's very simple if we all just did a couple of simple things. 3 gallons of water per person, and a grab-and-go kit in case you have to leave your home. Grab-and-go kits contain things such as birth certificates, a little money, clothes, shampoo, batteries. We have a list of things that every family should just have. And it can be used in simple things. Just your aunt falls, you have to get on a plane real quick. You can be ready, physically ready. So that's okay. So we're excited about building ready Christians.
And that answered one of my questions, and that is, what type of emergencies are we actually dealing with here when you say emergencies? You just gave one example, your aunt falls, but I know it's also emergencies on a larger scale, simple type emergencies.
Well, let's just go with me personally. 9/11 hit, I was sitting on the couch, and I felt helpless. Let's look at Katrina. I wanted to run down with my stuff and help people, physically help them. I wasn't ready. Haiti, it hits. Okay, let's look at Indiana. We got flooding all over the place. We still have victims of 2008 floods with homes still damaged up in Munster. My buddy Ben McCann was down in Franklin with the floods, and I couldn't help him again. It's just, so as we meet as Christians and we're talking, everybody knows my heart. I'm like, when are we ever going to be ready? And that kind of got how things and so I believe everyone watching the news, the Spirit's prompting them to do something. And that's what Jesus told us to do, is love our neighbor. Now, in a real emergency, let's say the city has, and that's where the drills. FEMA has done a beautiful job of creating tabletop discussions and exercises and ways to get your church ready, your business ready, your neighborhood ready. Because if the phones go out,
sure,
it's neighbor on neighbor. It's not, yeah.
And that leads me to my next question. I believe it's June 10th.
June 10th.
You have a roundtable coming up.
Exactly.
Talk to us about what's going to take place at this roundtable discussion. I know you mentioned it's kind of set up by FEMA.
Well, the June 10th is a meeting with the mayor. The mayor is going to come and cast the vision for the structure of if an emergency happens, such as an earthquake or the next set of tornadoes or flooding.
And this is Mayor Ballard.
Mayor Ballard, right. As he lays out things such as FEMA response, fire response, police response, all the way down, COADs, VOADs, people who are trained, again, with Ready Christians, or people who want to be certified to help as first responders. That's the physical. When we get that information from him, see, when the emergency is over and they leave, there's an opportunity for still a lot of help. Red Cross needs help, a lot of people. So we're going to have these roundtables. We're going to work on discussions and start the process so that pastors, neighborhoods, ministries can start talking about, if St. Vincent's went down, what churches around would open up their doors and do triage or do food giveaways, or let's talk about it early. Let's at least have the conversation before something happens so that we're not scrambling during the emergency.
And I'll make sure we're going to go ahead and put up a flyer, I believe, of the June 10th meeting coming up. People can have that information. And who is now invited to come to this roundtable?
Any invitations that people see, it says for pastors and ministry leaders, but we forgot to put some more information there. If they are busy, pretend it's an emergency and send somebody. They're in leadership. They have people in there. They have first responders. They have firemen, policemen, ambulance. They have people in their congregations. They know that they can send somebody to this meeting so they can bring the information back. So it's really, and it's open. We got plenty of room. There's going to be, and the discussions are going to be the key point, and then we're just going to get ready because we're going to have multiple meetings all year. We have to have a lot of meetings. It's not just one. It's going to be multiple.
Sure. This is a very, very large initiative. Something like this is so needed here in our city that this kind of amazes me that we're really just now to this point.
Well,
but at the same time, it's we are here.
And there are some churches and ministries, and they are doing phenomenal work, and people just don't know about them yet. So it's about communication. It's about getting the word out, collaboration. We don't know everything. We're starting. There's a lot of people starting. There's a lot of people who've been in this for 30 years.
It sounds like the job, and correct me if I'm wrong, CEN's purpose, at least initially, is to put all these components together, find those people who are out doing it, connected together.
Connecting ministries and building ready Christians.
Ready Christians. I'll make sure we put your contact information up. Again, Michael Boler is our guest today, and if you want more information on him, you can see the information that we just now posted on the screen.
Okay.
If you want more information on how to become involved with CEN, just give Michael a call. And it's great having you on our show today.
All right. Thank you, brother.
You're very welcome. We'll keep in touch.
Pleasure.
All right. Thank you. We'll be right back.
These sweet clustery things have fiber? Fiber 1.